Hey, what's up, guys? This is Devin Weber, and I know you're on this page right now because you've shown some sort of interest in the Wheelchair Warrior podcast. But for those of you who know me, or maybe you don't know me, that's okay. I want to let you know the reason why the Wheelchair Warrior podcast is significant is because of a podcast I did in the past. And yes, my bed is a mess, but it's significant to what I'm going to talk to you about, and that is being truthful, being raw, and being open with people. Look, when I had Entrepreneur Truth, you can look back, it's still posted on all major platforms. I wasn't being very truthful, and that's the funny part about Entrepreneur Truth. There was a lot of lies in it. I was telling people how to make money when I was broke. I was telling people how to follow their dreams when I was in an apartment in San Diego about to get evicted. That was literally my life. And I had to take a step back and decide at some point, hey, I need to be raw, I need to be real, and I need to let people know where I'm at because it's going to help myself moving forward, but it's also going to help those that are listening. And so if you listen back to the beginning of a Wheelchair Warrior podcast, you might notice the same Devin. But as things progress, you start to see like a degress in my emotions as I'm climbing this journey of actually telling the truth and being open. And then I slowly start doing this because I find freedom in actually being true, because we live in this world of social media where people are just hiding behind things, right? And I don't want to hide behind anything anymore. My room is messy because my wife and I are actually moving to Washington from New Mexico. But if you want to hear more about that, you can hear about all of this crazy stuff and how I've overcome being evicted, getting a car repossessed, becoming broke and not having money in business, not having money for rent and just eating ramen noodles. All of this stuff I'm being truthful and talking to you about in the Wheelchair Warrior podcast. So if you want to put your name and email below this video or off to the side, wherever it's going to be, there's no gimmicks, no catch, anything like that. If you don't want to receive emails even after you put it in, there's going to be a link where you can even unsubscribe. But what I'm going to be giving to you is behind the scenes looks at each episode as it releases. And on top of that, if you enter in your name and email, you end up on the next page, you're going to notice I have a little message for you. And then about 24 hours from now, you might even see something special from me to you in your inbox. So I'm just saying, do it if you want to. You don't have to do it. There's no pressure involved. And if you happen to just keep scrolling on this page too, before you opt in, there might even be something cool that you could be a part of, that you can have to rep the Wheelchair Warrior podcast before anybody else. So I love you guys so much. Like I said, this is me being real. This is me being raw. This is a whole different Devin if you already know me. And if you don't know me, you're about to know me through this podcast. So thanks again. Don't forget to listen, like, subscribe, comment, do whatever your podcast platform tells you to do. I have a list of all the podcast platforms Wheelchair Warrior is a part of. But once again, you guys are amazing, and I appreciate your time. Opt in, do whatever you wish to do. Listen to the podcast, buy my merch, and yeah, say hello.